We're gonna do a little Q&A. These are all the questions that we got on Instagram and other social media platforms that we put together, and we wanted to answer some of the questions for you guys. What type of cancer did Sapphie have, and is she okay?
So the cancer she had is called subcutaneous hemangiosarcoma, which is a cancer of the blood vessels. And then the way we found it is I was just petting her one day when she was around 6 months old, and I found a
Hmm.
nodule on her chest, and it felt kind of weird. So we went to the vet, and the vet removed it, and it looked like a really aggressive form of cancer.
Hmm.
And she had to get surgery and multiple rounds of chemo, which was a shock to us at 6 months old. We were like, what, what's the
We were like, what is
prognosis?
going on? Because we had just gotten her. We were so
Hmm.
excited. And then we were so devastated because we're like, how is this poor baby just dealing with cancer? And she's super resilient and she's a fighter because she's currently in remission,
Yep.
and we're super thankful. And she loves her oncologist. I mean,
Yeah.
when she sees her oncologist, she literally hugs her and like
Yeah.
jumps on
She's
her.
the best.
That's how much she loves her. But um we are super thankful for the staff and her doctor, for treating her,
Yep.
and she's doing really well now, and she's thriving and super energetic and super loved.
And she took chemo like a champ too.
Yeah, she did. She the next day she just wanted to play.
Yeah.
How did you introduce Sapphie to B? We get
Uh,
this question a lot.
yeah. We definitely get this a lot. So we got some advice from our vet that the
Hmm.
first thing to do is actually to take Bee's blanket from the hospital and bring it home to Sapphie so she can smell it and kind of get
Hmm.
used to that smell.
Yeah.
And then we came back home and had him in the car seat,
Hmm.
and then put him down and just let Sapphie smell him. Obviously, we were kind of careful about like excessive licking or
Or
anything like that.
jumping or anything like
Yeah.
that. She was super excited, and of course, all dogs are going to be very excited when
Hmm.
someone new comes home. But and if they are excited, we were advised to put them on a leash, or so that way they calm down a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, and another thing that we really recommend new parents who have a dog is to make your dog part of every experience. So
Hmm.
that's what we tried to do. So if we went on walks, we went together as a family. If we were feeding Bee throughout the night, every single feed, we would make sure Sapphie was there, and then we would reward her with treats so she would think of it as a positive experience.
Hmm.
And I think that really helped, and just making sure that she's part of his life. And they've gotten close, and I think the older they get,
Hmm.
they'll get closer.
Yep. 100%. Little blanket break. Sapphie loves chewing on this blanket.
It's her
It's
favorite.
her
it's,
favorite.
it's her therapeutic blanket.
It has like 500 holes in there.
The next question is, what is the funniest memory you have of Sapphie?
Okay, this is an easy one for me.
Is it the airport?
Yeah, the
Oh my
airport.
gosh.
So this is the first time Sapphie ever got to go on a flight. So we,
How old was she? Was she like, I think she was like 8 months
yeah, I
or something
think
like
no,
that?
no, yeah, I think it was like I think a little less than a year or something like that.
Yeah.
We were taking her on an RV trip, but we had to fly to Northern California.
Yeah.
Uh, so the whole flight, she was incredible. She was
She was
amazing.
great.
She was just hanging out, playing with her toys, and just super calm.
Hmm.
But the second we landed, she was getting kind of antsy, and I was like, "Oh, like is she feeling sick? Like what's going on?"
Hmm.
And then as soon as we got out of the plane, she starts dragging. She starts dragging me,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then like we're going, and then at the airport, like once you get out of the gate, there are these doors that open and then they close behind you, and then there's nothing you can do.
Because
You can't go back.
yeah, you can't go back.
You can't go back. And then as I was walking through that, she was like pooping at the same time, and I didn't know that because I was just kind of walking, and she was pooping as she was walking. Usually she stops, so I didn't feel like stopping. And then I look back, and there's like poop outside the door, and the door closes, so I can't even go back.
It's just like her timing, her comedic timing is literally perfect.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain
Yeah.
it, but she's so funny, and
Yeah.
she has a perfect timing for everything.
Yeah.
That was honestly mine too. I thought that was
Yeah.
the funniest moment. Obviously, we wish we could have picked it up because that's what we would usually do, but we had no choice because
I didn't
we
know what
couldn't
to
go back.
do. Like I didn't want to cause like a scene or something like
Yeah.
that by going back.
Yeah. The next question is, how do you guys come up with your skits? How are you guys so creative, and where do you get your ideas?
So when it comes to skits,
First of all, before Sunit says anything, I would like to give credit to Sunit because he comes up with a lot of these ideas for the skits.
No, you do a lot too, so I don't even know what you're saying.
Okay,
But
we both do, but he comes up with this actual script and everything, and he's just being humble, but he does do a lot of the work when it comes to that. And so I just want to make sure that you guys know that a lot of it is his imagination and his creativity.
I think a lot of it starts off with music. So when we used to make like a lot of skits, I think it was like what, half a year ago or something like that,
Yeah.
where we would just keep churning out skits.
Mhm.
We would basically just find like movie soundtracks, and I
Mhm.
would just play it on my way to work, and then I would just think of like, okay, how can we make a video of
Yeah, and
Sapphie?
also we both have like the wildest imagination. So we
Yeah,
would come up with the wildest things. Like
yeah.
for Sapphi's Hotel, for example, like
Hmm.
we were just like think of the weirdest things and just have something come together. But I think that's what makes the videos so fun and
Yeah,
so
and we want to like whenever we come up with a script,
mhm.
we make it seem like Sapphy's doing a lot, but we actually want to make it where it's very simple
And
for
she's doing
her,
less.
and she's doing less, but it makes it seem like she's doing a
Yeah.
lot, because at the end of the day, like we only want like filming for her parts only to be like a couple minutes here and there for the button pressing,
Mhm.
because a little longer than that, then I just want her to kind of relax and do her own thing,
Yeah.
and then we'll fill in all the other scenes usually.
Yeah, we really try to be creative and original when it comes to making these ideas, and we'll draw our inspiration from music or like movies or things like that.
Yep.
Who is Safi's best friend? We can't even say the name because
Yeah.
if we say the name, she's going to get up and run to the door.
Yeah, we literally can't say
We
her
can
name.
spell the name though.
Yeah.
It's Bailey.
Yes. So she is a golden retriever that used to live next door to Sapphie when we lived in an apartment.
They grew up together playing
Yeah.
in the hallways literally every single day.
Yeah.
And just whenever she hears her name, her eyes light up so much. I've never seen
Yeah.
her so happy.
Your heart just melts whenever they see each other, because I've never seen like a relationship between two
Me
dogs like that
neither.
where they just like start like they just want to play with each other, hang out with each other, and they
Yeah.
just like they literally like sleep with each other too
I know. It's
whenever
so
we're all
cute.
hanging
I
out.
love it.
And I mean, it's
It's
just
just pure
incredible.
happiness.
Yeah,
And
it's pure
anytime
happiness.
you witness both of them playing, you just feel like such joy just
Yeah,
witnessing them. So,
yeah,
yeah, that's her best friend. And I'm hoping that they see each other soon, actually.
yeah.
Does Safi ever cuddle?
So Safi usually doesn't like to cuddle. She
Mm-mm.
only cuddles early in the morning or late at night.
Yeah, and she's very independent for the most part.
Hmm.
But I will say, if I am sad, if you are sad, if we're ever crying, she will cuddle.
Yeah,
She will
yeah.
literally go on your lap and start licking your face, and she will
Hmm.
make you feel so loved.
Yeah.
And that's why everyone needs a dog, honestly. Dogs are the best. Okay. What has been your favorite video to shoot?
By far, Safi's Hotel
Oh,
1 and 2.
yeah.
It was
Hands
so
down.
fun.
It was so
Yeah, it
fun.
was
It's
really
like
fun.
it's so fun making our home like a production set, like we're
Yeah,
we're like directors or
as
something.
if we know what we're actually doing.
But we're just having fun with it, and it's so fun because last year we even brought our friends onto the Sapphi's Hotel
Yeah.
Part 2, and I think we'll do that next year for Part 3.
And Kevin and Steph, that they were the ones who were in Safi's Hotel Part 2. They did
An amazing
incredibly.
job.
Yeah,
And it was just so fun, and we were just laughing and having a good time, and I think that's what makes the best content, when you're
yeah.
actually having fun doing it. And although it did take some time to come up with the ideas and stuff
Hmm.
behind it, I felt like that was by far my favorite one to
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah.
What is your favorite part of being Safi's parents?
I think it's just the bond that you feel between
Yeah.
her. Like when it comes to me and her, I just feel such a strong bond with her that I just like when she's happy, I'm like super happy. When she's sad
Mhm.
or sick, like I literally can't take it.
Yeah, no, I know.
But there's something about her that like when she's laying next to me, like especially in the morning, or she's trying to wake me up in the morning, like there's nothing more than I want in this world. Like
I think it's
that's
just the unconditional love and
yeah.
like the joy and the laughter and the smiles and just everything. Like I've never had a dog before, and Safi's my first dog, and I feel like the emotional support that she provides me when
Hmm.
I'm not feeling my best, or like she's just there and she just loves me and she just gives me company, and she's
It's
literally like
pure,
my
pure
best
love.
friend. Yeah,
Pure
and
love.
I feel like anyone who doesn't have a dog needs to have a dog.
Yeah,
because
Agreed.
they just bring such joy to your life.
Agreed. She has taught us so much.
She really
So
has.
much.
Yeah. This is a question we get a lot. How do you manage working full-time jobs, having a baby, and making content?
I don't know.
The real answer is, the honest answer is, it's hard. It's
Yeah.
difficult. We don't want to
Very
make it
hard.
seem like it's easy when it's not easy. We have tried to find a balance.
We have a routine. So
Mhm.
basically, we don't shoot every day of the week at all.
No.
We try to set aside maybe 1 day a week where we shoot.
Yeah.
Sometimes 2 times a week, and it only can be when B is sleeping. So
Mhm.
it's either during his afternoon nap or or nighttime
Yeah,
when he
after he
goes
goes
to
to
sleep.
sleep. Yeah.
And then we get to it, and then whatever we can finish, we finish, and if we don't, we
We
just
don't.
move on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've learned to become more efficient with our time.
yeah.
But it is definitely hard, and I feel like since we had B, things have gotten a little bit harder because we want to make sure we're spending time with him too. We don't want to take away time that we would be spending with him or Sapphie too. So it's just, balancing everything.
Yeah, and we do what we can. We know that that's gonna decrease over time, especially
Mhm.
when we're expecting our daughter.
Yeah, and also like we try to keep weekends open so that we can just hang out with our family.
Hmm.
And yeah, we make content when we can, which is literally when B is sleeping,
Yeah,
and that's it. What is Sapphi's favorite activity?
I mean,
What is any dog's favorite activity?
walking.
WALK.
WLK. It's everything to her. Like she'll go crazy
Yeah.
when it's time
I don't
to
even
take
want to
her.
say the
Yeah, we can't
word.
even say it.
I can't say the word right now, but
You
it
want to
just
treat?
brings her pure joy. And even going to like just anywhere outdoor, like going to the beach, going to the park, like anything that requires being in sunlight.
And just being outside. I know we don't shoot a
Exactly.
lot of content with her outside. It's because when we're outside with her,
We want to just spend that
we
time
just want to be
outside.
outside. We don't want to
Yeah.
shoot any videos.
Yeah.